Hi everyone, welcome back to my voyage in velocity banking. My name is Steph. My first voyage will last for 10 weeks to pay off a balance transfer with Discover for $6,190. This balance transfer is due on October 13th, and I want to avoid the interest rate of 27.99 that will occur if it's not paid off by then. I'm currently running my expenses through my 5 other cards. I have here is a list of everything I started off with that I showed last time, where I had my income at $3,800, expenses at $4,000, debt at $158,400 with a negative cash flow. So now, with the changes that I made in running things through my cards, for an example, my American Express card will now have a $40 payment. I'll be running my gas for my vehicles through that card. Target has a $30 payment, and I'll be running some miscellaneous expenses through that for my miscellaneous category. I have a Citibank number 1 card that has a payment of $225. And in order to meet that obligation, I'm going to be putting phone number 1 for $25, Aloe for $75, water for $50, my trash bill for $40, and miscellaneous expenses for $50, totaling $240 a month towards that card. I will then be applying more items to my Citibank number 2 card, and that will be my phone number 2 for $30, Google for $25, Netflix for $20, and groceries for $300, for a payment of $375 to satisfy that $360 payment. And then another thing I will be doing is I have a Citibank number 3, which I'll run my electric and my gas bill through that for $300, and that just needs $100, but I'll be running those items through that card in order to have some more cash flow. Now, on the last list, I basically turned a lot of items where if there's an X by it, that got paid by one of the cards. And basically the only outstanding items is my Discover. I have 2 Discover cards, one that has a balance transfer we're doing now and an additional one. So this is the number 2 Discover card. So I'll still be doing a $236 monthly payment on that. I have a car loan, and I also have the mortgage that are going to be set aside on those 3 payments, where the other bills are actually going to be ran through the cards. But another exception is the student loans. I don't currently have payments due on that now, so that 90 and that 60 are cash flow right now. So when I had said before, I still have the same income level of $3,800. The expenses went from $4,000 to now $2,310. The debt's the same, and then the cash flow went from a negative $200 to a positive $1,490. So I have broke down my journey into the 10 weeks I talked about, and for week 1, it's going to go from Friday, August 11th through Thursday, August 17th. And I'm going to do this weekly to make it easier to chunk that Discover card. I'm going to have an income of $950, and I have wrote some items I need to set aside of that amount. I'll be taking $189, which is a fourth of the mortgage, and setting that aside. $65, which is a fourth of that car payment, will be set aside. And then that chunk will also be taken out of this $950, and that's going to leave $77 set aside. I'm just going to leave that there for now, just in case I overlook something or I miscalculated something. And I've also decided another way to help capture more cash flow is I decided with my first chunk, I'm going to go ahead and apply that towards my Visa line of credit. And that has a $6,500 limit, 11.65, and it currently has a balance of $6,410 and a payment of $130. So by putting the chunk onto my Visa, it will satisfy that $130 payment that's due on this card. And also, I'm going to wait for my Discover card to cycle through before I send the payment to them. So once I get a new statement balance, then I'll go ahead and send that first chunk to them. And I also believe Discover's a card where they only accept payments every 10 days. So I'll just have to keep an eye on when I can send the chunks or not. And then when I'm not able to send a chunk, it'll just sit here on this line of credit and help reduce that interest rate before I can send it off to pay off that Discover card. And I think I covered everything I wanted to talk about on this video. It looks like I'll be doing weekly updates that are going to be similar to this. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop any thoughts you had on my video and any questions or any comments. And I thank you very much for watching my video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.